Not everyone here is in sales like I am, so not everyone may think that it's as important to have an online presence as I do. However, I would say this: online presences can do a lot of different things. They can accomplish a lot of different goals. I'm going to talk a little bit about that tonight. But the primary part of my speech is I'm going to show you what I've done to build an online presence. Not all of you are going to use the resources that I do because they're specific to my industry. However, I want to tell you that there are resources that you can use. So that's part of the message that I want to share. But why would you have a social media presence? Well, it could be passion. Maybe you're passionate about something in particular, about a cause. I know, for instance, Leann has become very active in social media, talking about environmental issues, talking about plastics, talking about how to have a healthy yard without putting all sorts of chemicals on it. Very important to her, and she's been very active online there. It could be personal promotion. Now that could be whether you're in a business, or it could be something if you just want to raise your level of awareness up. For instance, if you're looking for a job, you may want to do personal promotion on LinkedIn, for instance. That's a business-to-business page, so obviously it's going to benefit you. I can tell you that I get job offers daily. I'm not looking, but I get job offers all the time from LinkedIn. Or product promotion, or everything else. Because frankly, there's no way I could come up here and guess what everyone's cause is, but I think we all have a benefit by being exposed to more people. I'm in sales, and I like to say, some people disagree with this, but I like to say life is selling. Because the fact of the matter, selling doesn't always involve money. The bottom line is, if I'm trying to promote an idea, I'm selling. When we try to tell people how great it is to come to this club, we're selling. We're not getting paid for it, but we are selling. So life is selling. If you're excited about an idea and you want people to buy into that idea, you're selling. So now I want to go through some of the evolution of how I developed a social presence. And let me just say that 30 years ago when I got into real estate, none of this existed. I can remember getting my first program about 4 years in, a DOS-based program, database. Some probably millennials have no idea what DOS is, but I do remember. And finally, as the advancements started to come, I joined a site called Active Rain. It's a blog site. This is one of my blogs. I have several there. I joined that in 2008. And it was a great way to reach other people in my industry for advice, and it was also a great way to reach the public because I could post my blogs to the public sites. Then they started charging really high amounts, so I got a WordPress site and I did it for free. I would write them on Active Rain, get some ideas from my peers, and then post it on my WordPress site. Then someone contacted me about this strange thing called LinkedIn. I'd never heard of it. She said it would be a favor for her if I would be a connection, whatever that meant. Well, now I'm coming up on 1,300 connections. So, okay, I didn't do that.
Diffuse it.
So it has been beneficial to me because now I literally have connections all over the world. I've gotten business from my connections in the States, but again, it benefits me because I can join groups, we can share interests, I can grow. So it's been a great part of my growth here. Then, this is one of my LinkedIn posts. Now, interestingly enough, my son in California told my wife just recently, boy, Dad's really active on LinkedIn. No, I'm not. You see this where it says, Lawrence Riggs, Bright, MLShomes.com? I pay Bright a lot of money for my presence online. I don't post to LinkedIn. I don't tweet, but I have 800 and some followers on Twitter because I have learned how to maximize my resources. I've learned how to direct things there even though I don't have to be involved. Because one thing I found being actively involved in social media is you really have to pick where you want to put your time. Because if you try to do everything, it's not going to happen. It'll be mediocre everywhere you go. And then there's Twitter, as I said, 898 followers, 1,870 people that I follow. I probably read 3 of their tweets, but I get the exposure. Now video is the coming thing, so I have a video blog site. This one, pricing your home to sell. I've done videos on buying old homes, should you get a home inspection, all sorts of things, and they get hits. And people respond more to video than they do to text. That video is over 3 minutes long. No one would ever read that much text on how to price your home. Wouldn't happen. Now this is my business Facebook page. I use this to run ads. I use this to what's called boost, and I'm going to show you that in a minute, ads that I want to get vast exposure on. And it works very effectively. On that, I've done interviews. This gentleman runs a public adjustment firm, and what that is that if there is a dispute between a homeowner's insurance company and a homeowner, he steps in and represents the homeowner. This, if you've ever been to the Harris house, this is Louise's house, and
My house is for sale, guys.
yeah, I have it on. It's on the market. So I boosted this as soon as I put it on. At 2,401 reached, 195 people actually clicked on it and looked at it. So it's very powerful. This is a single page website that Century 21 provides. Also goes out, we put our listings out to probably 200 different places. But again, I'm there. So it's exposure for me, because the name of the game is I want to generate leads. This is the site provided by my office, Century 21 Redwood. All of these have what's called an IDX search where you can look for homes. This is the site I built before I had another site. This is an older one, again, has a home search. This is a pretty interesting thing. This is, you see there's an arrow there. That's because embedded in the one that I send to people are videos. This is a 24-page listing presentation. So it's a pretty effective tool. The people that I've sent it to seem to really like it, and it's gotten me a couple of listings. I have a listing appointment Monday, as a matter of fact, because of this. This is one of the other Century 21 sites. This is my personal Facebook page. So the thing about being on Facebook is, if you are all business on Facebook, people will block you. They will tune you out. So my business page is my business page, my personal page I keep fairly personal. This is a work picture. To me, that's you've heard me talk about my awesome broker coach standing beside me, a couple other people from our office, and then a picture of my wife and I. So again, to keep it personal. There's a group of past clients that I have. I have nothing to do with the name. They call themselves Larry Girls. They did this on their own. They get together once every quarter. They're all over the country now. But every time they get together, they put their food on the table with my card in the middle, which I can't pay for that kind of marketing. I also think you have to know that you volunteer. I worked with a group called Over the Edge, Kidney Foundation. I'm about to do a 230-foot rappel there. So a little wow effect, because I want to get people's attention. If I just post a picture of me standing there, what's the big deal? This, I get a lot of comments on. You'll notice it says, yesterday, 4:31 a.m., I was at the gym. People comment about that all the time. Now, I'm just going to say, I get up early anyway. My eyes slam open at about 3 o'clock. So it's good for me to go and I post here, and it catches people's attention. Now, the people that go at noon, other could care less. But I get comments about this all the time. My assistant here. Now, a little humor, a little family. Again, this is business related, but Miss Kitty, what can I say? And here's Miss Kitty playing Wii. And for July 4th, the caption was, what says July 4th more than an adorable model and a patriotic bathing suit? And that's my granddaughter. And then, last but not least, I joke about this a lot. I say that I don't hang around people my age because they're old. Live your life, forget your age. I put up here, I don't think the ironing board would hold me, but I like the thought process, and my wife immediately posted, don't even think about it. So the bottom line is that I have a lot of resources that I can use, but the resources are everywhere. Investigate it, get yourself out there, be known, whatever it is you want to accomplish, you can do it more the more people know.
Thank you, Larry. Peter Thiel wrote a book called 0 to 1, and in it, he talks about the products that a company makes, and he says that you could have the best products in the world, but if you don't market it, you're not going to sell. So very useful information. Thank you, Larry.
Okay, what are some ideas for your property besides planting grass?
Wow. A lot of times when we drive around, there's a lot of green lawns that you see and admire. It takes a lot to get these lawns prepared. Remember living in Georgia, my kids would go back in the yard, they'll be there for a few minutes, and come running back in the house because there's spiders and all kinds of bugs out in the yard. So what you do, you take a trip over to Lowe's and just spray them so that when you go there, it's actually safe. Well, the grass has a purpose, but since everybody these days is environmentally conscious, there's other ways that you can prevent the water runoff from grass. Basically, the grass has an aesthetic value to it, but also its main purpose is to hold the soil together so it doesn't run off. You can use mulch to do that. When the trees cut down, you can use shredded mulch. You can use gravel to serve the same purpose. And the mulch and the gravel, they all come in different colors. So you can actually go ahead and decorate your yard using different river rock, all kinds of rocks to color up your yard, and it'll look just as good. It doesn't require the maintenance that grass actually uses. Every 2 weeks, grass would grow. And I used to travel a lot. I'd come back for weeks of the travel. My neighbor would say, okay, he says, what's going on with your yard? It's growing. Everybody else. I used to tell them, hey, I'm growing seed, so just leave me alone. So there's that aspect of maintenance goes away. But that's how I would actually go ahead and use these different methods to keep me from having too much grass.
Anybody else wanna? Now, if you don't volunteer, I am gonna have to pick somebody. Who hasn't had a
I'll do it
volunteer?
if somebody counts my thumbs.
Sure, I'll do it.
You won't have it.
Oh, yeah.
No, you
Louise, you get away from counting the ums if you. It's like, your kids are grown and gone. Time to downsize. What do you do with all your extra stuff? Now remember to think ecologically.
I am in the process of selling my home, as Larry told you all tonight. I hadn't told everybody. And I have been very conscious of that. We put very little, we put some things in the landfill, but we put everything else they're given away. I like free share. Everybody do free share? That's a wonderful way to get rid of things. It's also a wonderful way to get things, but I'm trying to get rid of things. People come, in fact, one important thing I did as part of my downsizing, I did boxes. I went on to free share, and the other day I picked up 59 cardboard boxes that somebody had put in, it saved when they moved and didn't want to recycle them because it was better to give them to somebody than to recycle them. So that was one way. The other way is I'm collecting things to maybe yard sale them, but you know, they may have to give those away too. I don't want to, I take things to Goodwill and places like that. Those are the main ways I do it. Either try to, I don't really need the money for them, I just want to make sure they go to a home and somebody takes them and uses them effectively and enjoys it. I get things that way and I would like somebody else to do that too. That's how I do it.
Back to Dave. Thank you all.